morning and welcome to the Willow Rose Cottage. Today I'm starting my day, well actually I started my day like this. I know most people don't wake up and the first thing they do is frost a cake. However, last night I had a craving for strawberry cake. Last night. So I, at probably 10 o'clock last night, started making myself a cake. Okay, by the time it was made, baked, and cooled enough to frost, I wasn't really hungry for cake anymore. I just wanted to go to sleep. So I went to sleep and I left it out. So this morning I'm going to frost it. Voila! And as I frost it, I just wanted to let you know that, ooh, coffee is hot. So before I get going, I just wanted to let you know, I did a little thrifting excursion yesterday, and I'm going to include this in this video. However, before I do that, I want you to know that I didn't get any footage inside the thrift stores. And the reason for that was I was just looking for headscarves, and I thought that that would probably be kind of boring. Just, oh, here's the headscarves and none of them work. Let's leave. So I just didn't even film. However, there was a lot of, it's the new moon and usually crazy things start happening on the full moon, but I don't know, maybe it was an inverted full moon thing going on, but there was kind of some fun things going on that I gave commentary on after I left the store. So you may want to watch that. If not, you can fast forward through that, and then I'm going to do my thrift reveal after I'm done with the cake. So I will go ahead and do... Sorry, so I'll go ahead and post the thrift reveal. I'm just gonna frost this. This is my bundt cake thing that so what I'm doing is, it was supposed to be a strawberry cream cheese cake. And forgive me, I have to do this with my left hand, you know, it's just, oh my gosh, I don't get my cast off for another 2 weeks. And as a gift, on the anniversary of my 1 year rebooting my channel, August 3rd will be 1 year, and on that anniversary, as a gift, my daughter bought me tickets to the Melissa Etheridge and Indigo Girls concert. So yes, I will be taking you to that with me as much as they'll let me. However, I'll also be taking my cast. Isn't that horrible? I get my cast off 2 days after the concert, so that's going to be a little disappointing. However, I think the concert will be fun. I'm taking a friend with me. I have a really, like, my bestie from Tahoe, when I used to live in Tahoe, and we used to have a group, and all 4 of us were besties, and this is the one that's kept in touch with me the most. Her name is Jen, and we called ourselves the BMWs because we all lived in Tahoe. At one point, we all lived on the West Shore, and the West Shore is pretty rugged, so I don't know if you're familiar with the Tahoe Basin area, but South Shore is where most people go, and that's where all the casinos are, and that's where really the touristy part is. But if you travel up the West Shore, it gets very, very densely forested, and not a whole lot of houses are up there. So we had our little cabin up there, and my 3 besties were living on the West Shore with me, and so we formed a little group. I mean, it wasn't like on purpose, it just sort of formed like things do. And so we called ourselves the BMWs, and the BMW stood for Bitchin' Mountain Women, because we were tough back then. We were tough back in the day. So We were all bitchin' mountain women, and you're gonna meet one of them. And this is Jen. Okay, so Jen and I we lived near each other, but there was quite a bit of space between our cabins. So, I mean, we were neighbors, but we weren't like right next to each other. So one winter, it snowed so heavily that we could not, like all of our houses were completely covered. Like they were completely snowed in, like windows snowed in, doors snowed in. Jen and I got the great idea, the brilliant idea one winter that we were going to dig a tunnel, an ice tunnel from my house to her house so that we could get together and visit each other. We never finished that tunnel, but we talk about it all the time, how much fun it would have been if we would have actually done it. I don't think either one of us wanted to work that hard, to be honest. However, she's coming up to go to the Indigo Girls and the Melissa Etheridge concert with me. Oh, look, almost. Okay, so here. I'm one large strawberry half short, so I'm just gonna stick it right in the middle and maybe squish these. Look, it worked. I should have been a professional. Look how good I am. Oh, they're falling off. They're falling off. That's what happens when you brag around. Look at that. Droopy. It's okay. It's just for me. And for you if you want to come over and have some with me. So I thought would be fun is to put a few blueberries on it too. I have to hurry. I think the frosting might have been too soft. Okay, so I made the frosting last night and I put it in the refrigerator because like I wasn't going to use it. So when I got it out this morning, when I got it out this morning, it was a little bit hard. So I put it in the microwave and now I think it's too soft. We won't look at that side. So here we go. So now that my cake is completely frosted and ready to go, I think I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and then I'll start my reveal. So here I am wandering around my house, trying to find my glasses so that I can go thrifting and buy more head scarves. So in that last thrift store, I didn't really find any scarves, but I found some doilies and a lace dress. So now I need to hyperfixate on manifesting headscarves, silk headscarves specifically, if I can find them. I don't know, is it just me? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's just me. I saw a chair in this last thrift store. Don't need a chair, don't really have a place to put a chair, but the chair was so adorable. It had these big wings that kind of wrapped around and it was really high. And I thought it'd be really cozy to curl up next to the fire in. And so, of course, it didn't have a price on it. So I asked, I'm just waiting, I waited in line through all the things and then I get my turn and I said, I'm just looking for a price on the chair. So she says, oh, it doesn't have a price on it? And I said, no, I looked it over pretty thoroughly. So she goes over and she looks it over and I follow her and we're looking under it and all around. So she's like, no, I don't see a price either. Let me go get the owner. So she goes back in the back and she's gone for a while and she comes out with the owner and her and her go out. And along the way, I don't know, they pick up some travelers with them. So 4 women go over to the chair and I'm just kind of standing back because I don't want to be hovering, so I'm just kind of standing back looking at this, looking at that, kind of being nonchalant. And so they're looking over the chair, all 4 of them are all looking over the chairs and the chair. And so So they're do. One of them starts talking about her grandson or her son or somebody. Then all four of them start a conversation about their families, and then they're all getting into this whole long conversation about their families. I stood there for 15 minutes. Okay, I exaggerate, but it was a good 10 minutes. In fact, the lady behind the counter kept asking me, can I help you? And I'm like, and I'm saying it kind of loud, like, no, I'm just waiting for a price on the chair. Like, I'm trying to say it, like, kind of loud, so that they'll, like, snap out of their conversation and start doing the thing that they came there to do. And so then I just was like, well, I don't need a chair. I don't have room for a chair. And they clearly don't want to sell the chair. So I'm leaving. And I left empty-handed. I have to say, I'm a little disheartened by the prices and the selection. I guess maybe people in the foothills don't wear silk scarves. Maybe I should go down to San Francisco or somewhere. I don't know. There's just a lot of those really big, huge scarves, which are fabulous. I actually bought 2 of them in this last thrift store, and I think I'm going to cut them in 2 and make 2 out of them, but I don't want to sew. I don't know. We'll see. So in that last thrift store, I guess they have a program where they give away vouchers. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing, but this kind of does make me laugh. So they give away vouchers, and I guess you can go in there and you have like a $5, $10, $15 voucher, and you can just get clothes until you get to that price, and then they give you those clothes, which I think is a really wonderful program. So this one woman, she's in there and she has a couple things and she has her voucher, and one of the things that she chose didn't qualify for the voucher to be purchased on the voucher. So they're like, oh, we're sorry, but you know, this doesn't qualify for the voucher. And she's like, well, I'm interviewing for a job, and where I come from, you dress for success. And they're like, okay, well, you know, how about if we give you 20% off? And she's like, I'm from Santa Cruz. We know how to take care of ourselves, and we know how to dress, and we know how to dress for success. And I just moved here, and I'm looking for a job, and I need to have these clothes. And the poor people behind the counter are like, okay, we can, you know, she had like $15 worth of nice things that she was already getting for free, and she wanted this other thing lumped into that. And I don't know, it went on and on and on until I actually just walked out of the store. I was kind of hovering around to see how that was going to work out, if she got that last thing. What I think it was, I kind of looked. I was eavesdropping, and I kind of looked, and I think it was a blazer, like a black blazer, which would have been really nice, because the other things was probably like a pair of black slacks and probably a nice blouse, and she wanted the blazer to go with it, but the blazer wasn't part of the deal. And so she was just really upset over that. And so I just wanted to know if she finally got him to break down and give her the blazer, or if she got frustrated and left without it. I'm pulling for her. It's a thrift store. Come on, give her the blazer. She's trying to get a job. She's trying to establish herself. She's trying to like pick up the pieces and make a better future for herself. Give her the blazer. It was donated to you. I should have stepped up and said something. I hope she got the blazer. I spent way too much money in that last thrift shop. It takes a lot to spend that much money in a thrift shop. Well, not really, not anymore, man. Prices are just really high. I passed up even more things than I bought. I'll probably do the reveal tomorrow. Probably not the most graceful landing. I'm getting old, so I'm gonna be 65 in like a month and a half. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that, but I have to tell you, I'm kind of excited about it. I'm getting all these things. Oh, well, anyway, okay, I don't want to get distracted. So, the reveal. So, I headed out specifically to look for headscarves. To be honest, I wasn't very successful, but I found some really fun things, and I want to share those fun things with you. So, the first fun thing I found was this lace dress. Okay, it might be a blouse. So it was $6, but I had a full card. So in some of the thrift stores, they might do this where you live, but up here, and I don't even know if they do this in other places in California because I've lived up here for so long, but up here they have these little punch cards. So when you spend $5, you get a punch, and then I think you have to get 10 punches, and then you get $5 off of that, of the purchase after you. So you give them a little card, and then they take $5 off. So this was only like 99 cents because I had a full punch card, which kind of tells you how much I spend at thrift stores. So I did find this in the dress section, and it could be a cute little mini dress for somebody. Obviously, I would not wear it like that. I was going to wear it, honestly, I was going to wear it for like a nightgown, but then I don't like the slip inside. Seems very synthetic-y, and I think I would just like be uncomfortable. So I think I might just wear it as a blouse. I think it's super cute. Oh, let me see. Did I show you? I'm not sure if I showed you. So this is the material it is. So it's that kind of eyelet material, and it's got little cute little eyelet. So anyway, it's cute. You'll see me wearing it. It'll be cute, I promise. And then I got some doilies. Oh my gosh, I couldn't pass them up. 99 cents. I was just gonna say, if doilies, I don't know. I was just thinking, if somehow, somewhere in this world, if the world economy collapses and doilies become currency, I'm gonna be rich. I'll be living in a mansion. So, because I got another one, and I got this one for a really specific place, and I'll show you later in another video where I'm going to put this one. I have to wash it first. So all that has to be washed. And at that same place, I got, did I get these there? No, I got these at a different place. Okay, I think that's all I got at that store. And then the next store, I got these. They're not what I'm looking for, but I can still use them. So this one's kind of cute. I mean, and that's not even like what I usually wear. I don't usually wear black and red. I'm usually much more neutral than that, but that's what they had. So this one I got two, and I'm not in love with this one either, to be honest. However, there's this one little part that I really liked, and I thought if I could put that kind of on the top part, like that, like on the top of my head, I think that would be kind of cute, like that, right? So again, I'm not really big on black and red, but like I said, that's what they had. So, and then I got these at another store. So I went to quite a few stores, and as you see, I didn't get that much. And these, I don't know. I liked the material. I might end up cutting them to be what I want them to be, but I'm trying to stay away from purchasing craft projects because of my hand. I can't cut it. Blah, 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 about the hand. We're done talking about the hand. Everybody knows I can't do anything with the hand, so I won't talk about it anymore. And then this one too. I just like the colors because, again, I'm kind of a muted, neutral, natural kind of color girl. So I do like the color of this one as well. I kind of like that this is sheer. I think it would be really cool, like in the summertime. So now I'm going to get into the good stuff. So I went to this one store, and they had so many cute things I could not resist. So this is the fun stuff. There is no more scarves. There's no more like material things. All this is stuff I did not need. Did I slurp? That's the problem of living alone. You pick up really bad habits you don't realize you're picked up. If I slurped, I apologize. Did I gulp? I think I gulped that time. I need to go to some etiquette classes because I'm not going to start dating again. That's what kind of keeps me like, oh, these. I bought 2 of these. So they're, I just love drinking out of ceramic chalices, and I buy them whenever I see them, and I have several out in the barn that are packed up with my rustic stuff that I like to bust out when I'm doing some Viking things, which I don't, I gotta start doing stuff again, but I used to do Viking things, and I used to do like Renaissance things, and I used to, like, at my house, like I go to the fairs and stuff still, but I used to have like themed parties at my house, and then I have all the props, I guess you would call them, or all the things that would make it really wonderful. Like I have like lots of wooden utensils and like forks and spoons and stuff, and these, okay, so these were $15 for the 2 of them. And these I think I'm just going to leave out. I don't always have to drink out of crystal. Where does it say that I have to drink out of crystal every time a friend comes over? I don't always have to. I make my own rules. Well, to a certain extent. So I'm going to leave those out. I'm going to wash them up, and I'm going to leave them out, and I'm going to use them. Maybe the next time a friend comes over. I don't know. I don't usually drink wine by myself. Sometimes I do, but not always. Okay, this, how much was this? This was $5. This was worth every penny. I know I'm getting all excited. I'm throwing this stuff. It's getting stuck to me. I'm like, yeah, get off me. Got a lot of fire material here. Maybe I'll have a fire this evening for the new moon. Maybe I'll do a little new moon cleansing with all my yums. So, I have a potion bottle. Oh my gosh. I love these. And sometimes what I love to do with these, if I'm not making potions and putting in here, and by potions I just mean elixirs and stuff. I want to get into my herbs. I did consider briefly yesterday cleaning out of my closet of horrors. When I opened it up, I saw 6 boxes of, gosh, this is a whole nother video. Maybe I'll hold on to that stay tuned for another video on my herb boxes. So I can make my elixirs and put them in here. Oh, how much was this? $5. So this was $5 for my beautiful little potion bottle. Speaking of, I still have to, I'm just thinking my lavender's dying in the heat, and so I never really gathered my lavender to make my lavender honey to finish off my love potion. So my roses are still macerating. Oh, and this, I paid $3. And look, it's all carved. Isn't it cute? And oh, It has a little latch. I didn't even realize that. That makes it even better. Oh, yay. So I guess my closet of horrors was on my mind because there's lots of things in there that need to be organized. And so when I saw this, I thought this would be really, really perfect to organize something in it. So the inside isn't that big because the walls are pretty thick, but I could put something in here. You know what I could put in here? If I can find them, I think I've lost them. I have a miniature set of tarot cards would go perfectly in here. If I can find them, I think that's what I'm going to put in here. So my miniature tarot cards, I don't know. I think they might be in the Jeep. I carried them with me in my bag, my purse bag thing forever. And then, I don't know. I think I took them out for some reason. And I don't know. I've lost them. I've lost them in my domain somewhere. That could be anywhere. I am becoming my mother. Ah! No, I'm not. My mother's house was crazy, but she knew where everything was. Like in a second she could find it. I'm not that organized. I tend to cram stuff. Like I tend to have all the things that I want to see that are visually appealing to me out, and all the other things get crammed. Hence, I have a closet of horrors. Okay. This I could not live without. It was $10. It's new. It's by that woman, a pioneer woman. You might have heard of her. I've heard of her. So it's not old. It's not vintage. It's not anything wonderful like that. But what it is a measuring, let me see if I can get this. It's a measuring pitcher. So I could throw out my old faded out Pyrex measuring jug thingy. And this one goes to 4 cups. Yes. I love this. So I'm super excited to have this. Not really my colors. I don't really do, as I'm looking at my dark green wall and my burgundy, this is kind of more of an orange. I don't really do orange very much. Sometimes, but not often. So this was $10 and I'm friggin' in love with this. So I'm gonna use that as my new baking tool. And my old faded out Pyrex glass clear one is going away. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, I accidentally saved the best for last. And I have to tell you, I debated on buying this. Like I had it in my hands, I put it back, picked it up again. And the shop owner was like, yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? I'm like, oh my God, I love it so much, but it's kind of pricey. And she's like, well, yeah, you know, and she was kind of defending her price. And I said, no, you don't need to defend your price. It's worth it. It's probably worth that and more. I just, for me, and like my mental limits of what I'll spend on things, yeah, and so she's like, oh, well, maybe I can do better for you. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to undercut you, you know, because they're making a living. Like they get this stuff and they have to mark it up and they're making a living. And I'm not going to ask her to do better. So this was a privately owned thrift store. This wasn't a charity thrift shop. This was, she privately owns it. And so I'm not going to ask her to do that. And, anyway, I don't really ask anybody to do that, even like the charity ones that are like whatever, because they're getting donations. They have a lot of work that goes into cleaning things up, pricing them, putting them out, and then the money that they make goes to a charity. So, you know, I don't want to undercut people. It's kind of my thing. So if I can afford it, or mentally I think I can, I'll buy it. If I don't, I'll just pass it up, like whatever. So she and I were talking about it, and I have to tell you, I had seen one of these at another thrift store probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was $75. I don't know if it was worth that. I didn't buy it for that. But hers was, I think, what she priced it at? 40? 15. Why was I so worried about $15? What? You know, sometimes I wonder about myself. Because sometimes, you know what? I buy things and I'll get home and I'll pull them out and I'll be like, oh my God, why did I spend so much money on that? Why did I think that was so fabulous? This is so not worth it. How did I think $15 for this was too much? Why would I think that? Why would I even think that? Sometimes I think I'm a total different person. Like I have like a, I don't know. I don't want to say split personality because that doesn't fit. But anyway, I don't know. And I debated on this. Like if I walked into that store this morning and saw this for $15, I would have bought it. Like bam, no questions asked. $15. Oh my gosh. Isn't that amazing? I love it. No chips, no stains, a cork stopper, all the beautiful things. So, wow, I'm really excited about this. So anyway, so I looked at it and put it back and looked at it and put it back. And then this is what always gets me. So I had made such a big deal out of what I was doing with the storekeeper that I caused interest in other people. So I went over and I put it back and this woman walks over. She's like checking it out and she looks at the price and she's like, she doesn't pick it up. And I think to myself, if that woman picks that up and walks away with it, I will regret it for the rest of my life. So I'm waiting. So I'm acting all nonchalant, like, oh yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, it's not worth $15. So I'm acting all nonchalant. So I go into the other room and I'm over there in the other room, like there was another little room where other things were. And I walk over into the other room and I'm like, and I see her walk by the doorway, right? And she's not holding it. So I walk out. So I'm really cool. Really composed, nonchalant, walk over, look it over, and I'm in front of it now, so I've got the space. Nobody's gonna come in from the sides and take it. I got the space. I got control. So I'm being super cool about this. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's up on the shelf and I'm looking at it. I take it down. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll get it. It's my thrift store game face. You got to put on your thrift store game face. You can't let people know how interested you are in stuff or they'll take it. They'll take it just because they think it's cool, because you think it's cool. People are like that. So you got to have a thrift store game face. So I had my thrift store game face on and I bought it. I thought this was $40. It was only $15. So what am I going to do with this, you may ask? I will probably fill it up with some kind of infused gin or vodka. So one of the things I like to do is I like to take roses, berries a lot of times, and I do have a bunch of blackberries. Maybe I'll do blackberry. And I infuse the vodka is better than gin, but gin tastes better. Vodka infuses better, it pulls all the flavors out better, but gin, in my opinion, has a better just overall flavor. So either gin or vodka, and I put it in there, and then I infuse the berries into the gin or vodka, and I let it macerate for probably about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a little longer. And then what I love to do is I put it, I decant it in, I strain it and I do all the things you're supposed to do. And then I put it into a really beautiful decanter. And then when friends are over and say we're drinking champagne, I like to offer a little kick, a little flavored kick. So it's kind of like blueberry champagne mimosas, but with vodka instead of juice. Or gin instead of juice. Maybe that's why all my friends get so wasted when they come visit me. Anyway, that's my full take. So I am done. My the whole day's ahead of me. I'm thinking I may go into Murphy's today. There's some things I want to do, some places I want to visit. So I may do that. I may not. I'm still on the fence. Stay tuned and stay whimsical.